Hey everybody, welcome back. We're going to be jumping into the divisional playoff game here. If you missed yesterday's stream, really exciting game at Philadelphia. Lions pull it out. Got a little dicey towards the end there, but some really big plays, a couple touchdowns by Kenny Galladay, and here we are. The Lions, for the first time since 1991, if we went back to real life, are in the divisional playoff game. This would have been actually their last playoff win back in '91, which was in that divisional round back in the day when John Madden said that the 1991 Dallas Cowboys and Detroit Lions were the two teams of the future, and he was half right on that, and very much half wrong. And so we're looking to kind of to right that wrong a little bit here. We will be heading to New Orleans to face Travis Nugent, who is their quarterback. He is a rookie out of the University of Michigan, picked 30th overall. And I wanted to start the stream by just taking a look at him. He's had a pretty good year. I mean, obviously he has the Saints into the second round of the playoffs, and we'll take a look at how they got here in a second. But here's Travis Nugent. If you remember on some previous streams, we actually talked about this guy a little bit. We were joking, saying he was Ted Nugent's son or nephew or something like that. And so here's Travis Nugent, University of Michigan. Ted Nugent would not have been happy with him probably going to the University of Michigan. But nonetheless, he had a really good year. So again, 22-year-old rookie, picked 30th overall, 3,700 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 17 picks. I mean, that's a remarkable rookie year. So Ted Nugent or no Ted Nugent relative, Travis Nugent had a very, very nice season, a 90.6 QBR rating, or a QB rating, I should say. It's different than QBR. And yeah, he's really led the way. I mean, they have, if we just kind of take a look at their depth, they have a pretty good team. I mean, they have some. This won't be an easy game. I think Travis Nugent might be our best hope of winning if we can, of course, force a rookie quarterback maybe into some mistakes, into maybe an area he's not as comfortable. But he can make most throws, right? I mean, he's gonna, if we play too close to the line, which is kind of what we're actually going to be trying to do in this week, kind of stop the run. They seem to want to throw short a lot, according to their kind of game plan scouting. But he can hit you with the deep pass too. Really, the middle is kind of his weak point here. But he can throw on the run pretty well. He won't throw under pressure all that well. And so, in hindsight, maybe that's something I should have maybe worked on blitzing a little bit more this week. But we don't blitz a whole lot, truthfully. I get better success in just kind of playing, kind of just clogging up zones and playing man. They have a couple good running backs, of course. There you can see, again, this is 2022. Receiver, Michael Thomas is going to be a problem. He's a 99 overall. This guy's just going to be a tough matchup. And they also have some good secondary options here. So they have some good receivers. Tight ends, nothing to really write home about. They have a really good offensive line. 97 Armstead. They have 80s on the interior here. As I just click through, I mean, there's this is the best offensive line potentially in the league at this point. And when we don't generate a lot of pressure right now, so that very well could be the story of the game. Not only that, their defensive line also very, very scary. They still have Cam Jordan, Marcus Davenport, again, another nice player for them. A little bit weak up the middle. They do play a 4-3. And so you can see there are some weaknesses once you get past the defensive line. But their secondary is pretty decent too. You got Marshawn Lattimore still, Chavarius Ward, and even Levi Wallace. So three really good corners. Safeties are a little bit less. You can see they actually have Jenkins kind of on the bench here, but he does play as their sub linebacker, I noticed. And so you will still see him in certain passing formations and whatnot. So they're going to be a good team. They're definitely going to be a tough matchup. We look at the playoff bracket, of course, we saw the game that we won 29-17. Got pretty close there towards the end. Green Bay got upset. So after putting up massive points on us in week 17 to win the division, they go down to Minnesota, the 7 seed, 31-10, and they will play the team with the bye there, the Tampa Bay Bucks. And the Saints, I can't see, we can pull this up to see the score here. I'm blocking it. 28-21, 14 points in the fourth quarter, move New Orleans to the second round here. And of course, that's where we are, the 5 versus 6. And again, looking at the West, look at this matchup here, right? Kansas City, Baltimore, a 1-5 matchup in the NFC Divisional, or the AFC Divisional round there. And then Cincinnati and the Colts. So that's how the playoff bracket's looking. As far as our game plan, again, we are going to be kind of playing close to the line of scrimmage on defense. They like to do, you can see the passing. They do a lot of short passing. And of course, they will run the ball too. So we're going to try to stop all of those things, try to just really contain things tight. And then on defense, we're going to be playing against, they have just a stellar defense. Look at these ratings. Going to try to just attack that cover two. It seems to be what they play the most. We'll see. They're going to play a lot of zone. We know that. It looks like they're going to play cover two. They're going to play cover three. So if I can kind of eliminate one of those, identify cover three, maybe that's an advantage there. But again, I'm a huge believer that, you know, games are won on the offensive and the defensive line. They have a massive advantage. I mean, we're no slouch, especially right now with the kind of the benefits we have of the morale system working really well with the playoff team. We have a pretty good line too, but theirs is better. And, you know, I think where you're going to really see the big issue, I think our offensive line can hold with their defensive line okay. I think where you're going to really see it, though, is their offensive line is going to push these guys around. You know, Trey Flowers will be okay, but their offensive line is just going to be great. Jeff Okudah, an 88 at this point in 2022. Is he going to be able to stick with Michael Thomas? We'll soon find out. He did lead the NFL, though, in pass breakups this year. This guy had 21 pass deflections, 22 pass deflections. That by far led the NFL this year. So, I mean, he's great in coverage. He only had the one pick, but again, he makes his plays. So, yeah, we're going to jump in. We're going to do some broadcast. Again, this is All-Madden. It is a custom slider set that is up on Operation Sports if you want to see all of those details. Also, if you want to see the details of how in the hell I set the camera up the way I do, you can check there too. There's details in Operation Sports. There's details in the very first episode of the very first season of this same old Lions franchise. So, divisional playoffs, here we go. What's up, everyone? Nice lazy Sunday today. Happy holidays. My dog's here, just chilling. She's mad because I hit her breakfast today. I hit it in one of those like little stuffed logs you can like put stuff in and they have to dig through it. Usually she just gets her breakfast served in a platter. She was not happy that I made breakfast into a game today, but too bad.
It's the New Orleans Saints taking on
I like those uniforms.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints.
Getting the ball first today.
As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off.
And neither of these teams had a rest, so that's just bad matchup on the commentary there. Here's the 2022 stats for second round pick Nick Escobar in 2021, so his second season here. Really, really great year. Played well as a rookie too. But he is a guy, we're committed to him at this point. He's been just awesome for us.
Threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
We're either going to have a short pass on the right there, or Griffin will have the safety on him deep, and it could be a touchdown if it's the safety. No, bad play. Got lucky. I misread that. So let's see. Did I miss a big play here? I very well might have. So I knew that safety was going to be on one of these guys. Yeah, I did have the... Oh... They have weak safeties. Griffin would have probably had him just destroyed. Missed it.
Play of the game, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
They're in a cover too. Audible again.
Now a throw here, hauled in. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
His first carry, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around
get there. What the hell?
44-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defense.
We got bad defensive tackles. We have a good interior line.
Okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
And it'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's the first carry for
good stuff.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No
Go again.
There, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes no.
Oh no!
He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
The quarterback sack.
That's the Nick Escobar's Achilles heel this year. He will fumble. Here's the rookie. University of Michigan, Travis Nugent. 2nd round of the playoffs.
Defense that he's facing in this one, I'm going to bring some pressure early and see if they can get to him. Maybe he's gotten it out of his system, and now he can be a little bit looser and play more to his potential.
Oof, that was my very bad coverage there.
Taken down inside the 30. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Hey, what's up, Movie Talks? Yeah, man, trying to, it's not so much a grind, it's fun. Yeah, same franchise though. I started way back on the PS4, so that's cool, man. I like the Saints. I had a blast. I went to New Orleans once. I loved it. Awesome city. And I didn't do it. I didn't go for Mardi Gras. I barely even partied. My wife was at a conference, and I just went with her, and we just checked out the city. I loved it. It was awesome. Super, super cool time. Beautiful city.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Plus, the Saints kind of, you guys feel our pain, man. You guys feel the pain of the Lions getting screwed by refs and stuff, and you guys got more kind of coverage on that. But I mean, we've been feeling that for years. So, in a weird way, I think a lot of Lions fans we sympathize with Saint fans, and we hope you guys sympathize with us too.
Just not a whole lot of
great job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Nice.
That's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
So there's that short passing I thought they were going to like to do, and sure enough. But we just gave them a free 3 points. The Saints uniforms are sweet. I like teams that just have like a unique color scheme. Like Purdue's got that color scheme a little bit, but there's not many teams who do. They look great. That's cool. Texans fan, yeah.
At their own 26-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating.
Oh, come on, Kenny.
Down on the scoreboard, had a drive
needed that play.
and pushed him past the 50-yard line, so they thought they
Whoops, I did not mean to call this. What do we got here?
Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly.
Yeah, that can work.
To do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Yeah, I think so.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Once again, they'll come up on the 26.
They run a lot of zone. Sure enough, they're in the zone here. Watch Griffin here. Hawkins. Well, Hawkinson's not going to be open for us.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
He's a 2nd-year player as well. 2nd-round pick. I'm sorry, 3rd-round pick. 3rd? I forget. Our quarterback was our 2nd-round pick that first draft. But getting those 2 guys in the same draft has just been sick. Over 1,000 yards both seasons. You got Galladay, the big receiver, big physical guy who can go up and get the ball, and you got this guy at this 96 speed. Something the real life Lions have missed tremendously is speed, especially on offense. Yeah, man. Yeah, I like sport games. I mean, I like team building. Truthfully, it's funny. My wife and I were talking about this, like, you know, hobbies as when you were a kid and stuff, and like, what are some things you like to do, and kind of piecing it together. Like, yeah, I always like working with like constructs and Legos and like building things. You know, I think most guys like we build, right? It's what we like to do. And you know, in a way, it kind of comes down to that with nice run. With you know, things like this, like team building. I love the team building aspect, and I think that's where my frustration comes with in franchise modes, is that we just don't get enough of that. Like, you see it really well in games like Football Manager, which is the soccer game, or yeah, Out of the Park Baseball. I just see, yeah, I don't know if Out of the Park Baseball makes for like an interesting stream. I mean, we have a league, and it's been running in real time. That's a big run here. Damn flag. But we have a league running in real time, and we're making some changes starting in 2021 with that league. I haven't announced those just yet, but we're going to be making some tweaks. Kind of getting more coverage, things like that, right? Kind of getting, you know, maybe people streaming, doing a little show about their team, stuff like that. 2nd and 16, well. But you got to keep in mind that we're actually pretty close to field goal range here. Good play here. Got to get around that guy. So the biggest thing here is not taking a sack, right? We'll certainly try to get the first down, but
looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
They like playing zone. Let's try this.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
No blitz.
Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the back.
Nothing there.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4.
Well, it was only 3rd and 9. But I didn't see it. They didn't blitz. I was actually kind of hoping they might have blitzed because we probably would have had some time. But they just dropped everybody back. And Galladay was going to spring open right there in the middle, but he also bumped. I mean, there were some windows there, but if I waited any longer, I was going to get sacked. So, and I was going to do a cutback here, obviously, but I was so worried that he was going to get tackled short. I wanted just to make sure I at least got as much as I could.
Different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
Still got to make this kick, though. It's not a gimme. You know, I really like how Madden does their kick meter now. Like, it's different speeds at different times, and I think that's really cool. And I don't know if it's based on like the distance of the kick. It certainly plays like difficulty plays a role. I don't know if maybe like the what do you want to call it, the stress level of the game or something like that. But if not, I think that would be a really cool adjustment to make. Is like I love that kick. You have to really focus on that kick meter. And I miss extra points. I mean, there's kicks that I just missed because of that. Good job, guys. Let's go. I'd be so nervous. This is the real Lions.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
Gotta keep them honest. Play some zone here.
It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it.
That's Michael Thomas.
They'll take it.
There's us not tackling Michael Thomas.
This time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker try on the field.
Movie, if you haven't tried my Madden sliders, try them. Probably getting a better response on those than even MLB The Show. I think people are just used to MLB The Show sliders. Just working.
And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
You can hit the deep ball. What do we got? 2nd and 10.
So he can fade into it when he makes the catch.
I'm going to bring a little blitz here. I have a feeling they might. Okay, they're not going to run. That's alright.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Nugent. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Oh shit, I don't know where I'm at.
Nugent,
That was my guy.
man is the tight end Troutman. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
I couldn't quite tell who I was lining up on.
Divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette.
Oh, guys, come on.
And he's corralled.
Should have been like a 1-yard loss as a 12-yard gain there.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down.
I have the 3D headphones coming in the mail. They were supposed to be here already. I don't know where they're at.
And put the defense back on its heels.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped.
There's our first-round pick from the first draft, Joe Toller.
Defensive tackle. Looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
He's been hurt a lot this year.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a draw play for Gurley.
Nice job. Deshaun Hand, 2 plays in a row. Very nice. All right, well, he's out.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence.
Thomas there in the slot.
A little bit better, but I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the
Yeah,
ball,
Lions.
you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so
will get
quick
hurt.
with
It's
the
all
yards,
right.
though.
There's just so many issues with the Lions.
It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Matt Patricia created a lot of problems for this team. I don't think Bob Quinn was as bad as Matt Patricia. I think Bob Quinn could have worked if he had a better coach. He hired his buddy, who just he's just not a very good head coach, at least.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight.
It's amazing how smart you look when you coach on a team with the best quarterback in the history of the NFL. It's funny how that works.
The key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That's going to do it. Second quarter action.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. These two teams all
well, we survived the storm there, that first quarter turnover, so let's see. Got to cut down on turnovers, though. Can't have any more of those. I'm going to count on a run here, but if they show me something... Yeah, I'm just going to go with the run here. Got to keep them on us in 2nd and 1. If you do play action every time they pick up on it, we'll set that up for later. The best way to get better at passing is to be successful running. It's true in life and it's true in Madden. They're playing off a lot though. We'll keep running, see if we can bring them up a little.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
2nd and 9 now.
There we go.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Complete to DeAndre Swift.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
The ball's not even on the ground.
From a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run, that means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
This is Scarborough.
I tried to throw that.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Just took a little too long there.
The defense was ready, it looked, for that run pass option.
3rd and 3.
Next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter.
See if they run zone down here.
Back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. His pass caught at the 4. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one.
We are going for this.
About a yard or so short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was
Just don't know what I want to call here, though.
Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try it now with Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown.
We're 3 for 3 on 4th down today.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly
Good
was.
luck.
And when you mentioned the option, Most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe
10 straight
for
points for the Lions.
So when you do keep it,
Oh, maybe. If I didn't miss that.
the heck out of a
There we go.
And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Yeah, that was quite the drive for Swift there.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. On the return, Phillips.
No, yeah, the Lions, we would have like fumbled that snap and they would have like returned it. Or yes, the fourth quarter comeback. That almost happened with the Eagles game. If you missed that game, that was yesterday. Yeah, it was definitely on my mind. Like, oh no, don't do this.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys.
We have some interesting league leaders. Roquan Smith led the NFL in tackles.
But if all else fails, less of a field goal.
I mentioned Okuda had the most pass breakups. Kenny Galladay had the most receiving touchdowns. That might be it. I think those were our leaders, but still.
Nugent gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
10 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, Nugent.
Ooh, almost got a sack.
Gonna flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays.
Good job, Jamie Collins. There's a lot of players on this team who are not going to be back with this team next year. Jamie Collins, one of them, most likely.
They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Nugent. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status.
Whose name is Ted? What is this? Oh, the quarterback? Yeah, we joked about that. When I was scouting the draft this year, he went to the University of Michigan, too, so we're like, how funny that Ted Nugent would send his... Ted Nugent, who's like a, very well-known, he's a pretty conservative dude, sending his kid to a super liberal school like Michigan. So yeah, that was our joke, that he's either like his nephew or his grandson, probably his grandson, right? Travis Nugent, going to Michigan. His grandpa's livid, getting that liberal education. Ted Nugent's an idiot. Just gonna throw that out there. The guy's a moron.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. 7 yards.
Travis Nugent looks pretty good though. I like Travis Nugent. He seems cool.
More than they wanted to on that play. It actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Slowly moving the ball here.
So
come on, guys.
Come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Gurley.
Oof.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down.
2 Georgia running backs in this game, huh?
28. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running.
Let's bring it
Excellent
here.
blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And this is incomplete.
Josh Rosen? Oh. Nugent got hurt, huh? Is that why you guys are talking about his name there? I didn't even put together that he's hurt.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. From the gun, it's Rosen. This is complete to Michael Thomas. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets a
Who's Todd?
We'll step aside.
From high school. I don't know who Todd is, sorry.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Gotta say, it was a little
It's moving the ball here.
Come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it.
Where's Michael Thomas? He's at the top there.
Throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy
Ooh, D that ball. Nice tackle. You gotta put your arm up though. Alright, Nugent's back in the game there.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jeff Okuda, nice job.
Driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Nugent. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing?
3 minutes left here. They will get the ball, so we will push this. Last game we did not. Still almost burned us. We got the ball first here though, so.
But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. A good job in the passing game. Decent job
Some
in the
flood here. They've been in zone a lot today, so kind of thought that coming in. Watch Galladay here. The safety might be cheating up here, and they might be blitzing here from the left as well.
Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
They are.
You can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
Nice catch, AJ Green.
Well, we got position on him, and he pulls it in. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First down, Lions.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
It's a good play against zone there as well.
Midfield is spotted at the 49. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On 1st and 10, Swift. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dive the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided take a shot and right down the middle of the field. And really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
You get it? Oh.
But he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up forward.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got to bracket it out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough.
Ugh, that's a lot of time.
Down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
This could be a really important drive with them getting the ball at the half. They're able to put something together here.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back.
Could literally be like end of the season kind of material.
Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw on second down. Nugent. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw. Nugent.
Oh.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. From the gun, Nugent. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing again on second and 10. Nugent, completion here to Claypool. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now we signal a timeout call.
Oh, they're not.
With 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Operating from the gun, Nugent. The quick slant caught.
Oh, my God.
Just shy of the goal line as he's out of
Now they're going to get the field goal.
That's
Oh, man, I would totally go for this.
Second and goal.
Wow.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
No, can't be much closer.
NFC Divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to our
Take a stand for a second.
Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings matching up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So 3 teams from the NFC North made it. The Packers actually won the division, 2 seed, but lost to the Vikings in the first round.
Out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter.
I'm going to stand for a little bit.
Set to kick off.
Trip to the NFC title
Well,
game,
we've kind of given them 6 free points. The fumble, field goal, and that less than a minute, or just about a minute there to go in the half field goal. Galladay dropped it. It was almost a touchdown catch, if not, certainly set us up for one.
The Saints now, they'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And both of these
exactly, maybe.
Yeah.
It was very important for them.
Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go
But
back
this
and
drive
review,
also very important, so
because
will tell us a lot here.
someone assigned to how did each play work? Okay, what did we use
Bring up blitz here on first down
during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6.
Off play action. Nugent. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll be tackled right on.
Gotta get some more pressure on this guy. He won't throw as well under pressure, but their line is just so good, we're not getting anything.
In-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field, and he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
Getting had a ton of success here so far.
Oh, and you said Todd. Were you talking about Todd Gurley? Yeah, he wasn't in college too long ago.
Close there quickly at the end.
I wouldn't say you're old for that.
Got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Another carry now for Gurley. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield.
They just slowly
said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Now after the completion,
oh, there's one of their tackles. That can help.
Player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley.
Oh my gosh.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 22. That one a first down pickup of 8.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down, Nugent. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Throwing again. Nugent. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll leave him with
this is a rookie quarterback for them.
They got 8 yards there. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Nugent. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
You get down near the goal line. This is
It's their first lead of the game.
becomes a luxury, and it pays off big
wide open. They just slow. I mean, they do that short passing game that I kind of thought they'd be doing, and they're really good at it, especially the rookie quarterback. And not all teams play like this. I mean, Rodgers was throwing deep a lot, so they're going to go for 2 here. I'm just going to pretty much bring everybody here. But then we'll put pass predict on. Kind of covers all angles here.
From the gun, Nugent.
No good. Good coverage. Those animate. That was a great animation. That coverage animation. Look at this. That was beautiful. Let's look at it from the receiver perspective here. Yeah. Still caught it though. Jeez.
But I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us.
Well, field goals are definitely still in play here. You know, 2 field goals would give us the lead, assuming we don't let them score. But of course, we're looking to try and push it here. It's a fun season. You know, if I win, we move on. If I lose, start prepping for the draft.
As they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Was that a design pass?
So they didn't blitz there. We're going to do a screen pass here. If they blitzed, they would have done play action. They don't like to blitz 2 times in a row. Yeah, they're probably blitzing here on the right side there. Nope, they're not, but that'll still be a good play. Come on, guys, get out there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Did not blitz.
The passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now they'll run it with Scarborough, and he'll take it down shy of the 45.
So again, 2nd and short, I know, hey, throw deep, etc., but this game puts a lot of emphasis on momentum. And with them having just scored, just trying to get some of that momentum back here. Then we'll start to get cute.
They'll run on first down. Hines, they'll get only a couple down to the 44.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Swift. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 38.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On second down, it's Hines. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Out of the gun now on third down. He'll get this one to Galladay. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On first down, Hines. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Steps away to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. 14 yards. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2.
No.
They'll look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. On the return, Phillips. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
It's another really good game. This game's been tight the whole time.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time
Indianapolis beat Cincinnati there.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
It's a gain.
23 yards on the play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Ball carrier. He was taken down at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL.
Talking about being
on
old.
EA Sports.
Todd Gurley in college. I remember when I was in college when Tom Brady was in college.
2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Sorry, the camera flipped there on me.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Oh, yeah. He started running up instead of across more. That would have been open.
The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they...
There we go. Finally.
Down, sacked back at the 2. Trey Flowers.
Huge play.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Gurley.
Uh-oh. Oh my gosh.
And they're going to get this all the way out past.
Now that's a Lions play right there.
3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop.
I figured they were running, and I still put on the pass protection just in case. Thinking like, well, he'll probably get like 10 yards, but at least we'll tackle him.
Yeah,
Nope.
couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
Oh my gosh.
On 1st and 10, Nugent throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw again, Nugent. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Offensive line, we just can't get in there.
Beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself.
Get him. Yeah, Flowers.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack
play
of the evening. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To throw on 2nd down, Nugent.
Oh my God, what a catch. He's like a 74 overall.
Get him to the ground at the Lions 37. A really good pickup of
Wow.
28 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put
So they've
the ball in
erased
tight
both of
spots
those sacks.
all along. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think
This
he looks
guy's-
at it as,
he's good,
I
man.
can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on 1st down, Nugent. Right side, Claypool's got it.
Just one of these Saints drives again.
Inside the 25.
They're impressive.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And using that tight window, he fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Operating from the gun, Nugent.
Oh no.
Looking for Thomas, he's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans.
What a try.
Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance,
drive.
didn't he?
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Down by 4. 6 minutes, a lot of time.
Taking it about the 1.
Probably get 2 more drives here. Our defense can at least do their job.
At their own 29-yard line.
Defense just can't give up any more touchdowns.
Ready to head back onto the field. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Touchdown.
He's going to float this one deep right. Got a man. It's caught.
Oh, that's a huge flag.
Play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask.
That was an audible. Them playing up, I said, well, let's see if one of them,
well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter,
you know, let's see if one of them can spring open. If not, I'll have Swift underneath. And boy, did that open up. I saw that safety cheat up. And oh my gosh, with his speed, I mean, right there. Just had to make sure my feet were set, no pressure. That should have been a touchdown, but I don't know how he got caught. He underthrew him a little bit. Boy, these quarterbacks have both made some just huge plays here in the 4th. How is that not a touchdown? That's ridiculous.
Not the penalty you want.
Not at all.
Watch us fumble
your
this now.
discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now after the
it was,
penalty, here's
but
1st and goal.
Typical Lions.
They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough.
There we go.
Takes this one in.
Crowd. I'm gonna do a crowd.
Bo Scarborough taking it in.
Nice.
Have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
That's funny.
He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
That would have been so Lions if we fumbled and didn't score on that. Controversial, you know, we would have lost because of a bad ref call.
I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
Boy, what a game, huh?
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
5 minutes away from either going to the NFC Championship game or prepping for the draft.
attention shifts to Todd Gurley. Responsible for well over 100 yards of total offense, but still hasn't found the end zone. You think that's in the back of his mind going into this drive?
It's always in the back of the mind of a player having that type of a day, because you want that gratification for your work, right? You want that.
Yes, Flowers.
He lost the football.
3 sacks in the 4th quarter for Trey Flowers. That's the only pressure we've gotten all day.
Is trailing here in the second half. Last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now this one over the middle and into the hands of his tight end, complete.
30 of 37.
The completion, but now they face third down.
They gave up the completion.
Rookie quarterback. 30th pick overall.
Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
3rd and 13. We're going to bring some pressure here.
They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Nugent.
There we go.
And that will be incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now
I doubt they're going to fake it, but there's no reason to take a chance.
Now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Catch it, just don't drop it.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Detroit.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
Nice.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right.
Yeah, I agree with that movie. The NCAA crowd was pretty awesome, for sure.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here,
If this were a real Lions game, I would be sweating. I would be so nervous, but so pumped, but so nervous.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we
I would be also so pumped to have such a young, calm, and collected quarterback. I love Stafford too, but he's just not very good in Madden, unfortunately. He's really hard to use for me. Just, he has like the suction passes in the coverage.
This might push him back further.
Here come the refs.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
First and 20.
They run with Hines.
Ooh, great run.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
His best run in 2 weeks.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
Same bounce.
Works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Oh man, guys, the Lions might be doing it.
New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
"25 passes, 25 rushes."
Now Scarborough. David Onyemata there on the tackle. Now it looks like we're going to... The Saints player down here.
No.
On second down now. It's Hines. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
30 seconds left. I mean, I'm going to actually call a pass, but...
Clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him.
Yeah, if I take a sack, well,
but if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter.
We're going to take a timeout here.
Best receivers, we're going to quick slant or something.
Let's talk about this play.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, gosh.
Incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed.
Yeah, it was. That was scary.
There, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick here is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So
yeah.
They get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins.
I should have just ran it there in hindsight. I didn't want to give them the ball back, and I was not even thinking about an incomplete. I mean, obviously it was consideration, but I was going to just take a sack, but it looked like he was able to secure that catch.
The running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses throw different.
We just need some catches and bounds here.
Different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a
not what we need.
you figure out what they're doing.
What a play.
It all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. They'll look to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
No, it would have been over.
He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this has
Oh my God, I thought he caught it.
So no miracles here on the
I don't like how I managed the end of that game,
and this ball game is over.
but we won. We'll take it.
They have secured a spot in
Lions go to the NFC Championship game, first time since 1991.
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference
I don't know the last
championship
time they
game,
won
you know
2
you're
playoff
there,
games
the
in a
Super Bowl
season.
does loom
It's
in the future.
probably the
So
1950s.
that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon
Yes,
Gaudin.
we
You've
have been that
watching
bad.
the NFL right here on EA Sports. From New Orleans,
2 road wins, too.
good night, everybody.
You know, at the same time, movie, to go back to your NCAA crowd thing, you know, I think the college players are a little bit more vulnerable to be impacted by that, right? So I kind of like that NCAA kind of takes that to the extra, you know, the extreme. Really close game. The Lions never had, the Saints, you mean, or the Texans? I mean, are you going back to like Oiler days? Really? If that includes the Oiler days, that'd be surprising. They had some good teams, man. Warren Moon. Oh, I mean, again, it's just another game where you look at the box score, you might not be sure who won, but it was such a close game. Our third down, we've been terrible in the playoffs on third down. We were 10%. Yeah, man, the Lions are the Cubs, man. The Lions are the Cubs, straight up Cubs of football. I mean, straight up. Like, it's been that bad. And like, we haven't waited as long. I mean, baseball's an older sport. The wait has been shorter, but like the pain of, like, just the stupidity and the pain and like the mismanagement, it's completely Cubs. I mean, it's the Lions are the Cubs of the NFL. Before, of course, the Cubs won in when is that, 16 or whatever. Very cool moment. So Saints, boy, Nugent, just look at this, man. This guy's gonna be good. Rookie quarterback. Barely runs the ball well. Had 11 catches. Look at their tight end, 9 catches for 122. Michael Thomas was contained at least, I guess, 66 and a touchdown. Now, the Lions aren't the Tigers, man. Totally different. I mean, just on the top level alone, management, the Tigers' management's been excellent since Mike Ilitch bought that team. And now his son's running it, and, you know, it's way too early to judge yet, but no, don't totally disagree, man. Mike Ilitch was one of the best owners in sports, and if you need any more proof of that, look at the Detroit Red Wings. That guy, no. Respectfully, 100% respectfully disagree. When we look at the ownership level of, you know, going back to William Clay Ford. William Clay Ford, I read an interesting thing on Reddit. There was a post on Reddit. William Clay Ford hired his first GM when they got the team, whenever it was the 60s, early 60s. The dude was their GM for 28 years. It was his drinking buddy. I don't even need to, like, finish the rest of that story. 28 years? And the team never won a play. They didn't do anything. But it was his drinking buddy. And see, at the NFL, I think, I actually kind of follow what Bill Belichick's always said about, I guess he hasn't always said this, but like, you know, things like trading up or overspending in free agency. You only spend big in free agency if you're like a player or two away and you need that player. I mean, to put you over the top. Otherwise, it's built through the draft. The salary cap can go so quickly. Dead cap money in the NFL with injuries, things like this. No, I very strongly believe that you got to build your core through the draft. You get a team established, then you're able to kind of spend that money to kind of plug in those holes you need, right? And even if you have to overspend a little bit, it's okay because the rest of the team isn't built up in a productive way. Actually, a really good game for Nick Escobar. Again, very efficient. No touchdowns, but he had some key runs, including a rushing touchdown. He's a good player, man. I like him a lot. Didn't really get the run game going today. Escobar was probably our best rusher. Touchdown. We also had that fumble. Almost cost us. No, I'm not going to play the next game just yet, but I will be at some point. I don't know if it'll be today or not, but I got a new kayak for Christmas, so I'm excited to go out and kind of give that a whirl, potentially. Just seeing if it's warm enough right now. Relative term, Southern California here, it's much warmer in most places, but I'm also a wimp. I'm cold. High 50s is cold to me now. So receiving, Swift 6 catches, 4 for Griffin. Got robbed of a touchdown. Galladay pretty quiet, but had some really big key, like 3rd and short receptions. Spread the ball around okay. And boy, who would have thought that we out-sacked them today? 3 sacks, Trey Flowers, all in the 4th quarter. That was huge. Pass breakups, also huge. Just really, really well-played game all around. So the Lions have moved on to the NFC Championship game, and we will see who we face here. Booted me all the way back out. Let's see. And it says Justin Heron, which must be the last player I edited or something. Alright, let's see here. So, alright, I need to upgrade a few players. Yeah, whatever. 3rd string tight end, I'm not too worried there. Boy, look at the morale boost for these guys. Oh, we've been consistent. We scored 29 and then 28. So the games have gotten a little bit tighter. Let's adjust. I like to adjust the injury slider for simmed games. Put that to 50. We know that the Colts beat the Bengals so far. Let's see, can we see the scores in here yet? No, they don't. So we're waiting to see that game. We could be home. If Minnesota wins, we would be home in the NFC Championship game. Oh my God. Is this game final yet? No. We know the Colts won this game. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Let's see. Oh wait, I got a message from They do this every week. They keep giving me this boost. And I don't know if it's like a cumulative boost, like I keep getting, or if it's just like week to week. Because then usually AJ Green's like, hey, I'm retiring, and like they keep looping this. So I mean, my offense, like the morale is just through the roof. But the overalls have stayed about the same. So I mean, these guys are just playing. And that's kind of a cool little thing. They'll reset. But you got guys just, really playing well above themselves here, which is nice. So let's advance the week. Come on, Minnesota. Okay, no, we're going to Tampa Bay. So let's see what happened in those games. Pretty close. Tampa Bay puts up 35. Do they still have Tom Brady? They do. Oh boy. So we got to beat Tom Brady to get to the Super Bowl. Good grief. The Chiefs obliterate the Ravens. So, well, we got a tough road. You have to assume the Chiefs will win. I guess there's no guarantee, obviously, but that game will actually play first, so we'll know that. We're the late game on Sunday. Could you imagine this? The Lions at Tampa. 2 Michigan quarterbacks in a row, though. Travis Nugent and now Tom Brady. So let me put this slider back. But yeah, this has been an exciting season. I've never had a winning team here with the Lions. This is quite exciting. I don't know what I'm going to do if I actually win the Super Bowl. What do I do? Few weekly awards. Travis Nugent, offensive. Trey Flowers with that huge 4th quarter. Just looking at last week's, yeah. Good stuff. And we got another message here. It's probably going to be the same thing. Super Bowl bound. I'm hyped. So again, I just I burn down the city. Yeah, so they're still the overalls. I'm just, they're all the same. So I guess that's good. But yeah, morale is through the roof. At least for my offense, not so much on the defense. It makes me want to get a defensive veteran though. And if you're in an online league, definitely take that into consideration. Like they're playing for AJ Green, and look at this. Look at these bumps that I get for my offense. And in an online league, hey, trust me, I get it. Like offense, so that's what I want. I want to power up my offense. Everyone wants to power up their offense in an online league. You get an advantage if you can bump up your defense. Build your defense in your online leagues. It's just like the stock market. Everyone's buying offensive firepower. you get a discount on the defensive firepower. Spend on it. Buy it all up. You can always deal it to those teams who are now desperate. You know, like right here, if I had 3 corners, right, we got Okuda and we just got lucky and drafted a superstar corner. I don't even need Coleman next year. He'll be gone. But I could have traded Coleman this year in an online league, right? And so just little things like that just to keep in mind as you're going through your team builds. But the Lions are in the conference championship. They will face, were they the division champs? They must have been. They were the 1 seed. So yeah, they're certainly the division champ. But bit of a weak year, I guess, for the NFC. The best team, 11-5. So just like they did in 1991, they played the best team in the league that year, at least in the NFC. In Washington, got smoked. I'm pretty sure Washington was the best team in the NFL that year. Going into that game, they absolutely smoked the Lions after the Lions beat the Cowboys. And again, we're going way back to 1991 for that story. So, but an exciting Lions team there for sure. And of course, Barry was on the team and lots of cool stuff. So, yeah, and actually, you know what's funny? I actually like football team. Like, it's kind of like old school. I mean, it's very like just almost like an English soccer, English football, I should probably say. You know, football club or something like that. And even with like Cleveland, like with them changing the baseball, they're going to go with like Cleveland baseball team, it sounds like, for a little while. I think that's kind of cool because it's kind of like, you know, Detroit, there's like the Detroit Athletic Club or whatever, but you'd have like the Detroit baseball team. Like I don't know, it's kind of neat. And you can really do whatever you want with your logo. You could have like a cool, like super simple, like crest logo and that sort of thing. But I do think Cleveland will eventually go to the Spiders, which is the old team and nickname that they used to use. But I think Cleveland baseball team, so first out, Cleveland, like their color scheme's really, really nice. Like it's really like deep blue and red. I think that C, especially for baseball, like I know people like exciting, and you know NFL's got flashy logos, and so does NBA and NHL. But I think with the Cleveland, like baseball has very simple logos, right? If you look at all the team logos, they're all pretty much letters, like New York, LA, Detroit, right? My D. They're very, very simple, and I like that. It's kind of like a traditional thing. And so like the Cleveland C is super simple, but that font's really cool. So they have like a really cool base to work from. And so again, Cleveland baseball team works with the C. There's some really cool things. It's certainly better than like some big old weird spider or something on their hat. So, but yeah. So let's see. I saw some other stuff popping up here. You think the Chiefs will change their red colors? Yeah, I think eventually the Chiefs will. There's been a lot of talk about that. Yeah. The Miami Vice look and the Astros look, are those one and the same? Or I know some teams, like obviously like the Miami Heat have kind of used that Miami Vice look, which is really cool. I want to see the Pistons go back to, and I am in the minority, so like I'm probably putting myself out there. But even back in the day, I always liked those, like they call them the horsepower logo, where like it was the horse and the colors were like black, orange, teal. Like it was kind of ridiculous. There was orange in there. I actually like it, and I still to this day, and I'm going to make some Detroit enemies with this, and I apologize ahead of time. I think the Pistons have one of the worst logos and color schemes in professional sports. I think it's ugly. I'm actually okay with even the logo because again, I like simple, but it's just like red, white, and blue. Like seriously, like how many teams have that? And it's like it's not even like exciting. Like Texans are kind of red, white, and blue, but they have like cool shades to it at least, right? The Washington Capitals are red, white, and blue, but they have some different shades. Like the Pistons are so just kind of blah with their red, white, and blue. I actually would like to see them go back. Maybe they combine the two. Maybe they go to the horse logo thing and but use maybe the traditional colors, or I don't know. But I actually kind of like that look. I thought it was kind of cool. So anyway, guys, that's it. I'm Mike Lowe. I'm on Twitter at MikeLowe47. The sliders for this series is up on Operation Sports. Check them out. And yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you'd like. Give us a like on the video. And it's been a lot of fun so far. The Lions continue on. Season 3 of the Same Old Lions keeps rolling. See you next time.